Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And if you're a true General Hospital fan, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get started with today's video. General Hospital, GH, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, July 13th to July 24th, indicate that the action on the ABC soap is set to heat up. Some major stories will include twists and turns, so here's what viewers can expect. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, will be released and return to Port Charles between July 13th and 17th. It will be part of the show's 16,000th episode, which will also include the debut of a hot new surgeon named Dr. Tristan Roberts, Dean Geyer. Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud, will have a tense encounter with Tristan, setting them up to be adversaries, at least initially. Of course, this could alter depending on the writer's romantic aspirations for these two. Meanwhile, Willow Kane, Caitlin McMullen, appears to be on her way to become a member of the GH Board of Directors, enraging Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott. Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, will cope with some doubts. Could Valentine eventually suspect that anything strange is going on with Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, who is hiding the truth that she is hallucinating Peter August, Wes Ramsey? Across town, Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup, may notice Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, is regaining mobility, and he may be concerned that Willow would try to remove Drew off the map in order to silence him. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, and Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, plan to strategize. Nina will finally confide in Brennan, bringing them closer and edging closer to romance. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, will then visit Portia Robinson's Brooke Kerr house. Could Jordan's visit have a role in Portia's upcoming labor, given that we know an emotional confrontation will trigger it? If that's the case, Jordan may have to help deliver the baby or get Portia to the hospital as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, and Giovanni Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, will receive several musical offers after their joint showcase performance. Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, may be the one to inform James West, Gary James Fuller, that Cassius Faison, aka Fake Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, has died. James may discover that Nathan was actually his uncle, and Cassius was involved in some awful things. It could lead to James lashing out and even being in denial about the situation. Cassius is secretly still alive, but James will have to grieve him nevertheless. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, will ask Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, to back off and let her handle her own love life. Sonny refuses to listen, thus it appears that he will seek assistance from Brick, Stephen A. Smith, in ruining Carly and Valentine's romance between July 20th and July 24th. Jason will also have the opportunity to catch up with several familiar faces before revealing a major decision. Jason's confinement changed him, thus he may decide to focus on his family and leave the mafia. Jason will be concerned about Sonny's trust in Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst. Sonny will understand why, but he will defend Rick and say Jason should get along with him. Back with Anna, her Peter visions will continue to lead her down a path of vengeance and devastation. Kaden Brenna Tokarski will also make her debut as an elderly Scout Quartermaine, and Kelly Kruger will take up the part of Serena Baldwin, so watch for these 2 new cast members to appear in July. Finally, General Hospital rumors indicate that Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr, will confront some drama relating to his role in shooting Ross Cullum, Andrew Hawks, so don't miss any stunning news ahead. Port Charles is bracing for an explosive 2 weeks of high-stakes drama, emotional upheavals, and surprising revelations that will change relationships and spark new conflicts throughout General Hospital. As the drama reaches important milestones and characters face their pasts, viewers can expect deep personal journeys, court battles, familial difficulties, and life-changing decisions. The upcoming episodes will focus on numerous, significant arcs. Jason Morgan's long-awaited homecoming from captivity is a watershed moment, as he emerges a transformed man with a fresh outlook on life. This homecoming, which coincides with the show's 16,000th episode, has far-reaching consequences for Danny, Britt, the Quartermaines, Anna, Sonny, and Carly. Meanwhile, Portia's pregnancy reaches a critical point as the baby's arrival approaches, with promising warm family moments interspersed with underlying strain. Willow is under increasing suspicion in a framing scandal, resulting in crazy decisions and heartbreaking blows for those concerned, as new feuds emerge between long-standing allies and adversaries. Starting about mid-July, tensions rise as a result of the ongoing WSB fallout. Carly stays extremely protective of Jocelyn, who gets caught up in the hazardous world of the WSB. Carly's pleadings for her daughter to leave this world are motivated by the haunting recollection of Morgan's death, resulting in dramatic confrontations that highlight a mother's despair. Jocelyn, on the other hand, appears ready to forge her own path, uncovering secrets that may strain family bonds even more. This dynamic sets the scenario for Carly to make risky decisions as she navigates alliances, particularly complicated interactions with Valentine, despite Sunny's caution. Carly's struggle against dangers to her family becomes more intense. She struggles with figures connected to the WSB and faces the realities of concealed secrets. Her relationship with Sunny is strained as he enlists people to intervene in her personal life, notably her interactions with Valentine. These moves incite new feuds, with old allegiance challenged and new lines forged. Carly establishing lines with Sunny emphasizes the devastating blows to their intricate history as both struggle with shifting priorities. Jason's reappearance on July 13th creates a sense of suspense and uncertainty. After enduring captivity, he emerges transformed, ready to reinvent his role in Port Charles. His explanations to loved ones regarding his absence and future plans will have a great influence on Danny. Danny has been loud and combative, even putting pressure on Rocco about previous occurrences with Cullum. Jason's new attitude has the potential to either reconcile or deepen rifts between the Morgan and Quartermain families. Anna Devane, coping with her own warnings and inquiries, will cross paths with Jason's story, seeking answers amidst lingering concerns. Britt Westbourne is dealing with her own shocks and allegations. Her plot includes legal issues, emotional encounters, and potentially life-changing revelations. Interactions with Dante, Albrecht, and others demonstrate her vulnerability and resilience. Britt's charges and the scrutiny she endures are linked to larger WSB cover-ups and personal admissions, which can result in shattering blows when the truth comes out. Her potential future with Jason adds another layer of sexual tension and erratic decision-making as characters weigh loyalty versus fresh starts. Willow Tate's framing adds major drama to the Corinthos and Quartermain circles. Chase becomes skeptical of Michael's role, resulting in heated confrontations and questions about alliances. Brooke Lynn's schemes come under scrutiny, as confessions and mounting suspicions cause schisms. Willow and Tracy's meeting becomes combative, exacerbating family tensions. Michael begins to doubt his behavior, considering the ramifications of decisions that could break marriages and friendships. These findings deal shattering blows to trust-based relationships, prompting dramatic choices between going open and doubling down. Portia's baby story provides a sense of urgency and emotion. With labor approaching following big disputes, the arrival promises happy yet challenging family dynamics involving Curtis, Trina, and perhaps others. Isaiah's presence and disruptions exacerbate tensions as paternity doubts and prior secrets resurface. This birth marks a watershed moment, combining jubilation with underlying feuds and decisions regarding the future of families. Curtis, who is dealing with his own legal issues and self-destructive inclinations, must measure plea bargains against personal progress in the midst of excitement and stress. New feuds start on several fronts. Valentine's violent conflicts and pursuit of Carly and Charlotte cause disputes with Lulu and the others. Sunny's traps and revelations pit him against Sidwell's residual power and internal enemies. Ava's rage and interactions with Ethan present betrayal and threats, whilst Nina makes startling discoveries that necessitate swift actions and alliances, such as with Brennan. These confrontations escalate into larger power struggles, with players making rash moves that permanently change alliances. Lulu's fury about concealed realities, particularly those involving Carly and Valentine, exacerbates mother-daughter and family tensions. Emma and Joe's thoughts about the future combine adolescent optimism with mature disarray. Molly must make career-defining decisions, balancing desires such as a book tour against professional prospects, exemplifying the topic of wild choices. Her challenges are similar to those of others in Port Charles, where personal ambitions compete with familial responsibilities. As the weeks pass, Anna races to unearth realities after warnings, questioning Britt, and seeking clarity in the WSB chaos. Jordan strikes out in her efforts, adding to the legal and investigative tension. Elizabeth maintains her position in medical and personal concerns, while Albrecht lashes out in protective rage. Cody delivers bad news, which may damage relationships with Tracy and others. These moments build up to heavy blows that put resilience to the test. Trina and Jocelyn's reconciliation provides a little moment of peace amidst turbulence, but greater feuds persist. Valentine expresses his feelings clearly and pushes limits in his relationships. Nina opens out to Brennan, developing the plans combining deception and planning. Gio and Trina receive major news, as Emma and Gio consider their next steps. Laura's decisions irritate Tracy, reigniting Quartermaine tensions. The baby's arrival connects these arcs, representing new life and hope as the characters address their mistakes. Portia's encounter before labor pulls family members together in intense scenes, where decisions regarding support and honesty will have long-term consequences. Curtis expresses thankfulness throughout disruptions, emphasizing themes of redemption and second chances. Overall, these 2 weeks capture the heart of soap opera storytelling, intertwined lives colliding over secrets, returns, births, and betrayals. Jason's altered homecoming forces everyone to adapt, whilst Willow's framing controversy exposes interpersonal flaws. Carly's protective instincts motivate bold efforts against the WSB, which collide with Sunny's interventions. Britt's shocks and accusations add mystery, while Portia's approaching arrival brings compassion and urgency. Wild decisions abound as characters like Molly prioritize dreams, Michael reconsiders sabotage, and others negotiate WSB entanglements. Crushing blows include discoveries, lost trust, and legal losses. New feuds erupt among Carly and Sunny, Valentine and rivals, and within the Quartermaine Chase Corinthos web. The landmark episode heightens the drama and establishes long-term stories for summer sweeps. Fans may expect Steve Burton's Jason to provide nuanced performances as a man reborn through adversity. Kelly Thiebaud's Britt balances vulnerability and strength. Laura Wright's Carly embodies strong motherhood. These depictions, paired with meticulous structuring, assure emotional depth and exciting twists. The baby's birth provides catharsis, but the surrounding feuds ensure ongoing conflict. As Port Charles navigates these treacherous seas, the interplay of love, loyalty, vengeance, and forgiveness captivates viewers. Whether Jason is redefining family relationships, Willow is fighting accusations, or Portia is embracing new life among chaos, the next 2 weeks promise outstanding television. Expect passionate debates, painful reunions, cunning alliances, and devastating betrayals to carry the story forward with unstoppable velocity. The combination of personal growth and disastrous choices exemplifies why General Hospital remains a staple of daytime drama. One of the most popular stories is about the impending arrival of a baby. The news sends shockwaves through multiple families, particularly those dealing with trust issues and unresolved disputes. While some characters are pleased at the prospect of new beginnings, others are concerned that the child's presence may reveal secret realities that have been suppressed for too long. The emotional stakes continue to rise as loved ones rally in support, but not everyone has the best intentions. A concerned mother-to-be finds herself overwhelmed by the stress of her pregnancy. Medical problems, family strife, and ongoing worries about who can actually be trusted exacerbate an already stressful position. Friends and family members try to console you, but their advice is frequently motivated by selfish gain. As the deadline approaches, tensions rise, and some people brace themselves for drastic changes. Meanwhile, another Port Charles resident makes a shocking and unexpected move that catches everyone off guard. Feeling bound by circumstances and determined to reclaim control of their life, this person takes a significant risk that could either fix long-standing problems or create whole new ones. The rash decision surprises friends and family, resulting in intense arguments and emotional ramifications. Romantic partnerships suffer significant hurdles during this time. Couples who appeared to be stable now rethink their futures together. Misunderstandings, jealousy, and unpleasant memories separate partners who are already fighting to retain trust. One couple had a particularly severe dispute, which could irrevocably alter the trajectory of their relationship. In other news, a surprise reunion sparks both optimism and uncertainty. Two people who have a tangled background are compelled to confront unresolved emotions. Old memories reemerge, sparking intense discussions about regret, squandered opportunities, and the possibility of forgiveness. However, external factors threaten to undermine any hope of reconciliation. At the same time, numerous characters experience shattering blows that leave them emotionally shattered. One person receives sad news that challenges all they assumed about their future. Another realizes that someone close to them has been keeping a very significant secret. These devastating revelations elicit sentiments of betrayal, rage, and profound despair. The hospital itself becomes the focus of several tragic incidents. Doctors and nurses labor tirelessly to tackle medical problems while also coping with personal issues. Professional responsibilities mix with emotional issues, making it increasingly difficult for some employees to maintain objectivity. Family dynamics continue to get increasingly difficult. Parents and children disagree on key issues, siblings find themselves on opposing sides of emotional confrontations, and long-held grudges resurface with renewed fervor. Several families are forced to face difficult facts about loyalty and sacrifice. As one resident grapples with regret over previous sins, another becomes motivated to get retribution for perceived betrayal. The need for justice quickly turns into an obsession, resulting in dangerous implications for all involved. Friends try to intervene before things get out of control, but emotions are too strong for simple solutions. New feuds start to form across Port Charles. Minor disagreements quickly grow into significant rivalry as long-buried resentments surface. Business disputes, love rivalries, and personal betrayals all contribute to rising enmity among residents. When two strong personalities refuse to back down from an argument, a very heated confrontation ensues. Their continual conflict draws others into the drama, pushing friends and relatives to take sides. What starts as a simple quarrel quickly threatens to change numerous people's lives in unexpected ways. Another resident is in a serious moral quandary. When confronted with facts that could radically impact someone else's future, this individual must choose whether to tell the truth or remain silent. The decision has far-reaching repercussions and places tremendous emotional strain on everyone involved. As the baby's arrival date approaches, excitement and fear grow throughout Port Charles. Preparations are made, emotional discussions occur, and various people ponder on the value of family and second chances. However, behind the upbeat attitude, there is a growing sense that huge challenges are on the way. Unexpected medical problems add to the anxiety, leaving loved ones fearing the worst. Doctors labor fast to ensure everyone's safety, while family members gather to offer comfort at this stressful and uncertain moment. Emotional events play out as characters understand how fragile life can be. Meanwhile, another stunning revelation threatens to end a carefully cultivated friendship. Evidence emerges indicating that someone has been dishonest regarding a critical topic. Trust is broken, resulting in emotional confrontations fueled by anger and sadness. Several residents start making significant decisions concerning their lives. Some consider leaving Port Charles in pursuit of new beginnings, while others are more motivated than ever to fight for the people and relationships they value. These decisions have far-reaching implications and have the potential to drastically alter future events. Friendships are strained as loyalties shift and hidden motives emerge. Characters who once relied on one another begin to wonder if they can still trust those closest to them. At the same time, unexpected alliances arise amongst those who had previously considered themselves foes. As emotions continue to rise, moments of compassion and understanding bring temporary respite from the tumult. Certain residents understand that forgiveness may be the only way to heal. Others, however, are obsessed by wrath and resentment, laying the groundwork for future disputes. The following days will offer a mix of joy and grief. New life offers hope and rejuvenation, but tragic losses and difficult decisions serve as reminders that happiness in Port Charles is rarely simple. Relationships will change, secrets will come dangerously close to being revealed, and rivalries will grow. By the end of these dramatic 2 weeks, numerous people will find themselves at a critical crossroads. Some will emerge stronger and more motivated than ever before, while others will struggle to rebuild following painful failures. The advent of a baby, surprising decisions, terrible emotional blows, and dangerous new feuds keep life in Port Charles as unpredictable and dramatic as it has always been. General Hospital, GH, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, July 13th to July 24th, indicate that the action on the ABC soap is set to heat up. Some major stories will include twists and turns, so here's what viewers can expect. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, will be released and return to Port Charles between July 13th and 17th. It will be part of the show's 16,000th episode, which will also include the debut of a hot new surgeon named Dr. Tristan Roberts, Dean Geyer. Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud, will have a tense encounter with Tristan, setting them up to be adversaries, at least initially. Of course, this could alter depending on the writer's romantic aspirations for these two. Meanwhile, Willow Kane, Caitlin McMullen, appears to be on her way to become a member of the GH Board of Directors, enraging Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott. Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, will cope with some doubts.